the best way to show your disdain for something like that is just don't do the guaranteed SR, which again, I assume anyone who's complaining about them implementing another guaranteed SR are still probably going to do it. So, you know, there's a lot of hypocrites out there, you know, a lot of hypocrites out. A lot of people like to do this. Like, a lot of people like to go online on Reddit, on YouTube, and they like to do a lot of this. They like to cry, bro. They like to cry and be hypocrites and just bitch and moan. But in the end of the day, bro, they're still going to play the game. They're still going to wail. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Shout out to those people. Hopefully, if you're watching, you took no offense out of that. But it's just funny watching people, the same people bitch and moan are usually the same people that still wail in the game and show off their NP5. So it is what it is. They complain because they know they need to summon on it. Yeah, no, that they're like, they low key know that they have to summon or that they want to summon, but they don't want to admit it, you know? The funniest thing I see online are those that complain about the guaranteed SR spending money and how they won't, and then post their guaranteed SR rolls. Yeah, no, people are hypocrites, bro. Like, I mean, it's the internet. It's the internet. It's just riddled with a bunch of people that, you know, they just want to complain about something, and then next thing you know, they're like, it's funny if you go to like the comments or like the Twitter thread or the Facebook or whatever social media of them sharing this new guaranteed SSR announcement. A lot of people in the comments are saying thank you Albert, thank you Kano Yoshiki, thank you Aniplex for a new guaranteed SSR. Not even like 2 weeks ago, a lot of the same people were complaining about the NA stream being underwhelming and not really revealing anything new or anything crazy. So people are very fickle in the community. And I think that's just true with any community that's really big and successful. You're always going to have a bunch of people that just complain for the sake of complaining. And then once they finally get an ounce of something they like, then they just bend over backwards and start sucking dick again. It's like, okay, how are you going to go from being angry to sucking dick? I don't get it. Like, how does that work? How do you go from being angry to getting on your knees and sucking that big fat Aniplex dick? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, you got hella mood swings, dog. If you're gonna be mad, stay mad, dog. If you're gonna be happy, stay happy. Like, you can't flip flop like that. You can't be fickle like that. From a production standpoint, the NA live stream was like when they were doing the reaction part to the 8th anniversary stuff. They didn't even have like a picture-in-picture reaction to it. It's like what I have right now. I have this page open, and then my face to react to it. You know, my camera to react to it. I don't know why Aniplex and Albert were able to set that up, because it's pretty easy to set up, and they probably have way better equipment than me to set that shit up, but they didn't even have that. So for me, from a production and even commentary standpoint, that was probably the worst part about the NA stream. From a content perspective, to be honest, I don't know what people expected, because Kano Yoshiki was not a guest in that stream. And usually, if Kano Yoshiki is in the stream, they're going to announce something big. I mean, literally a couple hours ago, Kano Yoshiki was the one that announced the new guaranteed SSR summons. So, for people to go into the NA stream knowing Kano Yoshiki isn't there, based on the thumbnail and based on the video description, and expect some kind of big news to drop, I don't know. It's just, to me, it was obvious they weren't going to announce anything too big. If you watch my live stream reaction to the 8th anniversary stuff, and I was flipping between the JP stream and the NA stream, when I went to the NA stream and saw that they were just announcing back to school stuff, my reaction was literally like, oh, okay, well, that was to be expected. Let me go back and watch the JP stream. I wasn't mad. I wasn't angry. I wasn't doing any of this. I wasn't doing any of that. And I was just big chilling. I was like, all right, whatever. But a lot of people were really pissed. It's like, how do you not expect this? I just read the description. Look at the thumbnail, bro. Like, Kano Yoshiki ain't there, bro. They ain't gonna announce anything. They left their react stream midway because Albert hates clairvoyance. I mean, he's been like that since the beginning. He doesn't, and I'm sure that's like a policy behind the scenes. They're not supposed to spoil stuff for NA players. So when people hate on the localization team for never acknowledging JP and like the news and the servants there, just understand it's, even if they want to talk about it and react to it, they're probably told not to react to it or spoil it for NA people. You gotta understand, they're the localization team. Their job is to translate shit and relay news about the game. Their job isn't to code stuff into the game. Their job isn't to talk about JP stuff. They've been doing that for like 6 years now, and I guess people don't seem to get that. After 6 years, I think I got a pretty good understanding how the localization and even the JP teams work. But, you know, some people aren't as observant or logical, I guess. I think if they do more reaction to JP streams, they need to have the JP stream in a corner or something. No, I agree. I said that earlier. I think it's easy to set up. I don't know how they didn't set that up. My theory is that they didn't want to risk showing anything that's considered a spoiler. Which again, even if they wanted to show it, I'm sure they're told not to do it. So it's kind of on both the JP team and the NA team, because ultimately they need approval from the JP team, and people don't seem to get that. Like if you watch a lot of the, like for example, the latest anniversary, 6th anniversary, when Albert was talking about the NA exclusive 6th anniversary. Thank you, Angel Hound, for subscribing. How you doing? When they were talking about the NA exclusive 6th anniversary craft essence that we got in NA, Albert mentioned that he had to get approval and had to talk to the JP developers in order to get that done. And that's just a craft essence. That's just a 4-star craft essence that they're just adding into the game for fun. And he had to get approval for that and get permission for that. So imagine something like a server merge or server speed up or something on a grander scale on that level. It's possible that he even asked for that behind the scenes. We don't know that because he's probably not supposed to tell us about stuff like that behind the scenes. Ultimately, everything goes back to the JP team. So when people are blaming the NA team for having lackluster content, for not implementing this or that or the other, you got to remember that they have to get permission from the JP team, from the JP developers, from Kano Yoshiki, from a bunch of other people behind the scenes, I'm sure. So it's just weird that people, like, I know it's memey to shit on the NA team and whatever, but objectively speaking, it's not their fault. 9 times out of 10, it's not their, like the translation stuff. If you find some of the translation stuff cringy or stupid or inaccurate to the actual JP text, that's a whole different issue. But as far as like quality of life stuff, updates in the game, stuff like that, they don't really have much power over that. So if you're gonna be mad at anyone, be mad at the, like, I don't mean to, you know, like I like the JP team, I like Kano Yoshiki, but like, you know, if you gotta be mad at somebody, you gotta be mad at them. I think it's hard because 9 times out of 10 NA knows what's happening because they keep up with JP, so it's always a weird comparison. So when the NA stream happens, there's always the comparison. No, I get it. Yeah, there's always gonna be a predisposed, I guess, bias or predisposed opinion, no matter what. It is what it is. Then why wasn't it advertised on the game? It was only advertised on Twitter. Why make a stream at the same time as the JP stream when the people you are advertising it to care about JP? Oh, I gotta read that question again, bro. Then why was it advertised? Why wasn't it advertised in the game? It was only advertised on Twitter. Well, to be the fact that it wasn't advertised in the game should tell you more. Like, I didn't even realize that. If the stream wasn't advertised in the game, then that should tell you more that the stream wasn't going to be that big of a deal. Because if it was a big deal, they would advertise it in the game, right? So your question, I don't know if I misinterpreted your question, but it kind of supports what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, if they only advertise it on Twitter or X, then that should tell you how big of the stream it was supposed to be. Which, looking back at it, it wasn't that big of a stream. The main thing that people hop on with that NA stream is one particular thing. It was unprecedented. I keep seeing that word being thrown out. It was unprecedented or new or unique or special of the NA team to stream not only in Japan, but to stream during FGO Fest, during 8th anniversary for the FGO game. So a lot of people take that and somehow extrapolate it and are like, oh, that must mean they will announce something that is JP related that is gonna affect the NA game in some form or capacity. And I'm like, how do you go from just that, the streaming in JP, to server merge to server speed up? How do you get from that to there? Like that's it. That is a leap of logic in my opinion, especially when you take everything else into context. The special guests were 2 VAs. I don't remember the second VA, no disrespect to her, but the one other VA was Arash's voice actor, or Gilded A's voice actor. And it's no offense to those VAs, but they would never announce anything of that big of a scale as like a server merge or speed up unless Kano Yoshiki was there. They would not announce it with Arash's VA. I'm sorry, no offense to him or any other voice actor or actress. Why they would not do that? This is weird. They've never done that in the past. Like they're gonna announce something big, Kano Yoshiki would be there. I don't know. It was pretty obvious to me, but for a lot of other people, it wasn't. And you know what? And I'm not gonna name any names or, you know, call anyone out. I think, and I'm sure people are gonna call me out like, oh, you're just jealous because you're a smaller channel, whatever. I think it has a lot to do with content creators on YouTube, or just content creators in general, social media influencers in general, like FGO people. I think a lot of them were hyping it up, and a lot of people hopped on that hype train and built those expectations based on what these content creators are saying. Again, I'm not gonna name any names. You know who they are if you know. And I think that's what happened for a lot of NA players, but that's just a theory, bro. That's just an FGO theory. Is any team gonna do the same stream concept for anniversary next year? I would hope not, because the same shit's probably gonna happen where they're just gonna announce bare minimum shit, and then people are gonna lose their minds and you know, effectively cyberbully the fuck out of Albert and co. But yeah. Oh, you only watch me. I appreciate it. I mean, you can watch anyone you want. You can support anyone you want. But you also have to have the wherewithal and the mindset, the mental capacity to be able to think objectively, look at things from a bigger context. Like, you can still support whoever streamer you want and share the same opinions as them and consider their opinions. But ultimately, you should be able to sit down and digest the facts for yourself and then decide an opinion and build an expectation based on your own opinions, on your own observations. You can't just hear what this guy says just because he has 50K, 100K, or whatever subscribers, and then just take their word as gospel, you know? Just give me a story speed up. Me tired of waiting for 2 years. I've talked about this millions of times. I just don't think a speed up would work, personally speaking. Going off of Manga record and my experience with that speed up over there and how it failed horribly because of the speed up, I just don't think it would work with FGO, especially since FGO is a lot bigger of an animal. Like, no shot. Kind of wish the NA team had a FGO themed background, at least in their streams, instead of a boring white wall. Yeah, I mean, you know, they could probably afford a green screen. I mean, they've used green screens in the past, but they don't have a set, like, a set, you know, a set room or a set background. So, I don't know. From a production standpoint, I definitely agree that they could do a lot of things better. Like, hire me, bro. I'll set everything up for them. I'm not saying I have the best setup in the universe when it comes to Fate Grand Order, but dare I say, my setup is probably more appealing than Albert's setup. I'm calling you out, Albert. You know, this is the one time I'm gonna call you out, homie. But, you know, do better, bro. Do better. Got my paid quartz, as you can see, 12 exact. I don't whale in the game, if you guys didn't know. So I'm only gonna get the exact number of quartz I need. So again, hoping for my boy Gil to redeem myself from this year's New Year's gacha. Like the stream to wish me good luck, and of course, if you want to have good luck as well, because if you guys didn't know, if you like my stream or my video, you will automatically get EX luck. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's something that, you know, Albert told me, like, through an email. He was like, yo, we coded the game to where it's connected to your YouTube channel. People who like your YouTube channel will automatically get a boost in luck. And I was like, okay, thank you, Albert. Thank you so much. All right, so paid quartz, could only do it once. Start dash guaranteed summon. Boom. Let's go. Thank you, Neri Rodriguez, for subscribing. And when you subscribe, bro, you'll have EX luck for the next year. That's another thing, bro. Like, if you're a new subscriber for 1 year straight, you're guaranteed EX luck across both NA and JP. Now, if you donate, link in the description. If you want to donate money, which, you know, you don't have to, but if you want to, if you donate money, bro, like, I'm not saying I would suck your dick, but if the time ever come, like, or came, or, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, then, you know, I might have to do that for you. But if you don't want that, I'll just give you EX suck for 2 years, and, you know, you don't have to get your dick sucked. I mean, it is mono transfer though, so you might want that as well. You got Summer Tamamo. That was disappointing. She's good though. She's good. I want to see. Okay, who's this? Who's this? Wait, there was a slight pause there. Berserker. Wait. Okay. It didn't spark. I thought it was gonna spark. Thank you, Haley. McGoff. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but thank you, Haley. Fun fact, I always like the name Haley. I don't know, it just sounds cool to me. Something about it. But your last name though, McGoff. That's a unique ass last name. All right, come on. Shiro and Ishtar. Ooh, you got. Wait, Shiro. What do you mean? What do you mean by Shiro? Oh, a Moxa. You got a Moxa and Ishtar, bro. EX luck. What did I say, bro? You like the live stream. You stay supporting me. Yo, Rainbow Spin. Watch this. Archer Gilgamesh right here. Watch this, dog. Saber. Oh, fuck me sideways. I will take that. You know what? I will take that. New servant. The only reason I was like a little bit sad is because if I got Narrow Bride, that was one of the two servants I didn't want. But I will take Shiki. Shiki, main character of Kadenoki Yokai. Fan of that series. Really like Shiki. She's obviously like, well, not obviously. She's not like the most meta servant ever or the most OP servant in the universe in terms of gameplay, but I will take her, bro. Like, she's one of the faces of the Nasuverse of Type Moon. Definitely don't mind that. I'll take that. Shiki is very welcomed to my Chaldea. We take those. All right, yeah, we take Shiki. Ryogi Shiki. What's up, dog? I don't have you in JP actually, so this is actually pretty cool. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I will train you later. Don't worry about it. I will train you later. In fact, I can train you right now. And this is my guaranteed SR. Only got one SR. Wasn't as lucky as some of you guys who got double. For those of you guys who did it, I know I missed a bunch of comments, but if you guys don't mind, if you guys could tell me who you got in the chat right now, and then I'll react to it like that.